Welcome to Out of the Box Radio with me, your host, Christine Blasdale. Out of the Box Radio is a weekly podcast of audible ear candy dedicated to bringing a fresh perspective on this thing that we call life. And each and every week, we're going to be diving into the topics that matter most with lively conversations on issues such as health, wellness, and transformational healing, all with the goal of creating a better world and becoming a happier human being. I will be your tour guide for this epic adventure, and each and every week we're going to be embarking on a journey with the ultimate goal being transformation to our highest potential. And now, let's get out of the box. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Out of the Box with Christine. I am your hostess with the somewhat mostess, Christine Blasdale, and I am so very happy that you tuned in today because, okay, first I want to ask you a question. Do you have a business? Small business? Are you thinking about having a business? Do you have a website? Are you someone who is a aspiring entrepreneur? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a woman in business? Are you a man in business? Are you a dog or a kitty in business? Well, I'm really glad that you tuned in today because one of the most overwhelming aspects of having your own business or becoming an entrepreneur is this whole thing with social media. Now, I know if you're listening to this program, this podcast, you are obviously someone who is somewhat technologically savvy. Maybe you have a Facebook page. Maybe you have a Instagram page. But for the most part, you can somewhat get the idea about social media. Well, I am very happy to have with me someone who I've coined already as the social media guru. Bridget Brady is not only an entrepreneur, speaker, and #1 international best-selling author. She's also what I consider a social media guru who is absolutely passionate about helping entrepreneurs and business owners actually get the tools they need to catapult their business into a successful business. And Bridget has worked in the information technology industry for over 20 years, spending 7 of those years in good old New York City, working on Wall Street of all places. And after feeling very trapped in corporate America's prison, as many of us have, and seeing absolutely no way out of the rat race, she started her own business. And if I had an applause meter, it would go off right now. Her company is called Amp Up My Biz, and she provides social media marketing and training, website design and development, graphic design, and speaker and sales training. And her latest book, I love this. This is a great, great title. We're going to get into it. It's called Jobs to Jammies. Get out of your job and be a work in your PJs entrepreneur. And it's a #1 international bestseller. Welcome to Out of the Box with Christine, Bridget Brady.
Thank you, Christine. I'm super excited to be here.
I'm super excited to have you because it's somewhat a little bit of a selfish thing because what you know and the information and the knowledge that you have built up over years and years and years, I want to have myself for my own business, for my own selfish reasons, but also because the listeners, we have so many people that are aspiring authors and entrepreneurs, and there's really an explosion right now of people stepping out of the corporate world like you did.
Yes.
Stepping out of the 9-to-5 job that either they really hate or they're just not passionate about, but they have the responsibilities and the mortgage and the kids' school and all those responsibilities. So, but what we're seeing is a real explosion right now of people starting their own business. And part of that, as you know, is dealing with social media. Because if people don't know where you are or who you are, where's your business?
Absolutely. And so you you, Christine, and you, listener, are in luck because I'm very generous and I like to share. So I will share any and everything that I possibly can with you in this moment, in these 59 minutes. And you are so right, Christine. It is, people are stepping out. They're becoming entrepreneurs. We're seeing a huge boom right now. And being an entrepreneur is no joke. It is hard. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, it's harder than being an employee.
Yes.
And it's more fun.
Yes.
And it's more fulfilling.
Yes.
And there's more freedom. And there's more, there's more risk. But I honestly believe there's more reward.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. And part of that, when you work for someone else, you're really building up and helping that company, that organization, that structure. What you do, whatever it is, if you're in accounting or you're a manager or you're in sales, it's really for that at the top of the pyramid, so to speak. And I hate to use pyramid metaphors, but
corporate America is absolutely a
right?
pyramid scheme.
It's about their brand. It's about their brand, and
Yes.
whatever you do, you're a cog in the wheel of
Yes.
this larger organization, company. It could be nonprofit even, right? Could be.
Yes.
Okay. So the thing is that with starting your own business, starting your own company, or even if you want, like I mentioned earlier, if you want to become an author, I'm a real big advocate of people, even stay-at-home moms, to start writing
Yes.
and write their stories and to self-publish or to even do a hybrid publishing type deal, but to get their story out. But even with that, you need to let people know that you're there. And branding yourself is something that you need to do. And for a lot of people, it's a little bit difficult.
Well, so it is difficult, but we're in this amazing time right now with social media because over 80% of Americans are active on social media today.
80%.
80%, over 80%, it's like 82,
Yeah.
are active on social media, and they define active by saying people check their social media more than once per day. That is how active on social media is defined.
I check my social media more than I use the restroom. Yeah. More than I drink water.
Okay,
Bridget Brady.
Well, so do I, Christine Blasdale, but that's because it's my profession. But I do too. I mean, obviously, I spend my whole life on social media, but that's, I'm a little bit of an exception to the rule. But this is the benefit. This is what's so awesome right now, is that business owners, stay-at-home moms, authors, speakers, no matter what your business is, there was a time, you and I remember, where the only viable advertising was television, radio, newspaper, magazines.
Yes.
People had to spend tens of thousands of dollars to try to get their brand out there. Today, you have 80% of Americans glued to their phones and their tablets and their computers and their social media. And then you, as an entrepreneur, get to market to them as much as you want.
Directly.
Directly.
You don't have to go through the priest of the advertising world, right?
No. Yeah, you get to market them to them directly. And we can certainly talk a lot more about this, but...
Oh, we are.
And we will. Is you get to market to them, or what I call organically, which is non-paid social media advertising, essentially, which is just your posting and your sharing of your story. And you talked about writing, and that can be in the form of blogs and books and articles in so many great ways. And then there's also paid social media advertising that you can get incredible results for a few $100 or a few $1,000, where again, back in olden times,
in Mad Men days.
Right? It wasn't realistic for an entrepreneur to run a $500,000 television ad.
Right.
It didn't exist.
Right.
But now you could spend a few $1,000s and reach hundreds of thousands of targeted people with your advertising.
And you need, if you are going to spend $1,000, because we're going to talk about things that people can do.
Great.
Spending little to no money.
Yeah, or no money, or
right?
free. Absolutely.
We're going to talk about that because
Yes.
my listeners are poor. No, I'm just kidding. my listeners are all over the place. But if you are going to sink a lot of money, let's say a couple grand into social media advertising, can we please just make sure that these ads are like decently done?
Okay. Yes. And,
Can we talk about
oh my Lord. Yes.
because there's a thing called comments. And when you post an ad, a video ad or whatever kind of ad, and you don't pay close attention to certain things, or you do it on the cheap, I love the Facebooks and the Instagrams and all those other social media because people will comment on it.
oh yes.
And sometimes you could have the greatest thing since sliced bread, but if your ad, your commercial, whatever it is,
Yes.
your video, your 30-second spot is produced poorly, or you're not paying really close attention to the actual look and feel of the ad, boy, those comments can just. I like to just read that's more entertaining to me than the dang advertisement.
That's right. Well, nothing. I don't even think this is the saying, but I'll say it. Nothing kills a great product like bad advertising.
Yes.
Right. Like you can have the best, most amazing product or service, but you are correct. And with love, I will also say this. You put up your like hinky jinky, my cousin made this graphic for me as your ad. And now you've blown, the coffee you bought for your cousin, like that money is blown. And like the $200 you spent on your Facebook ad is blown. So
plus the bad press from just the people, because the people, it's like the gladiator day. It's like Rome.
It is.
And they got the thumbs up or they got the thumbs down. If the thumbs are down, you're going down.
Absolutely.
That tiger's coming out and eating you.
Absolutely. And I want to talk about more options for just completely free do-it-yourself social media. And in this moment, I will tell you that if you are going to spend money on advertising,
Yes.
the first money you need to spend is on an awesome graphic designer and or perhaps a video editor or videographer to actually create that ad for you. And if you don't know what you're doing in that space, again, if you're going to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars, you must hire a social media professional
Or guru.
but seriously, who knows how to appropriately put that ad together,
Yes.
write the
Copy.
correct copywriting, write the right copy, have the correct graphics, and then target your audience correctly, or else you're just literally throwing money away. So.
Well, and we're going to get to that because targeting your audience is really important. This is probably the biggest mistake I find with folks. And I did an interview not long ago with Melinda Emerson, who's the small biz lady, and she's just great. But her thing is like know your audience, too.
Yes.
You know, if everybody can use it, then nobody's going to use it.
And that's the same with social media targeting. You want to get the smallest target you possibly can.
Specialize. Yeah.
So you want to really like niche that down. And for ads, even if your product or service could be used by a wide variety of people, you want to focus, especially for ads, on your tiny, 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 perfect target market, because there are almost 3 billion people on social media. Yes. So you don't need to, nor do you want to target 3 billion people.
Right.
So the more focused your target audience is, the better your ad will do in terms of actual revenue into your company.
And let's go back to that idea of also hiring a professional if you're going to do a video. And it seems to me, because I've been dabbling in this, it seems to me that the static images, they do all right if they're cleverly done, if they're beautiful or funky or weird or funny works. Works. And if the copy is clever as well and not like goes on and on and on and on. But I've noticed that video gets more engagement.
So it does.
At least it gets people to watch it.
Yes. So there's 2 things that are happening here. One is today video does statistically get the most engagement out of any other kind of social media post today. So that's thing number one. Thing number two is that social media platforms, many of them favor videos. So you may or may not know this. I'm sure you know this.
Because I'm not a social media
you're not
guru,
a social media
Bridget
guru
Brady.
yet. Is that when you post something on social media, it doesn't get seen by everyone. As a matter of fact, it could be seen by no one. The social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the different social media platforms, they have complex algorithms that no one really knows about. It's like
It's a secret.
it's a secret.
Yeah.
They have complex algorithms that decide what kind of posts from you or from anyone else they're going to show to other people. And they decide how many people they're going to show it to. So going back to your advertising video versus graphic, my recommendation is actually to split test because you might be surprised.
Split test. Is that fancy words?
Okay,
That
those are
means
some fancy words.
social media advertising and marketing words.
I'm very smart, Christine Glassdale. So a split test is when you run the same ad and you want to split test as little as possible. So you might run the same exact ad to the same target market with the same copy, but one of them is a video and one of them is a static image.
Gotcha.
So you split test first, with $100 or $200, and you see which ad people are responding to. And this is what's great about social media marketing and advertising is they give you the exact statistics.
The analytics of
The exact analytics.
this is how many men, this is how many women, this is the age bracket, this is where they're from.
Yeah, you can see everything, and then they'll show you this ad was seen by 2,000 people and, 4 people clicked, and this ad was seen by 5,000 people and 50 people clicked.
Right.
So then you can decide where to put your marketing budget and where to put your advertising dollars. Right. So yes, video gets more engagement, and I highly recommend split testing to your market.
Split testing. Okay, take those notes. Get your pens out, people.
This is valuable stuff.
This
man.
is. Oh, we'll be sending me a bill, I'm sure, after this. So now that we know that, okay, with video too, that it tends to get more engagement. This goes back to the thing where I say, please, people, if you're going to do a video, and it means, and a video doesn't mean necessarily like having to have a film crew come and do the whole thing. You can also just do a slideshow type, video as well with music. There's programs, there's apps for that, which
Yes.
I'm sure you'll tell us what some of those are.
Yes.
But what I saw the other day was so funny. Oh my gosh. Here's the thing. I don't even know what the product was. Do you know why I don't even know what the product was? Because this 30-second or 20-second video ad had, all you see are these hands. And the hands are doing something. Maybe they were unscrewing a jar or something. I don't even know what it was. I don't even know if it was a drink. I don't know. Oh, no. I do know what it is now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't remember the name of it, but it was some kind of powder. It was like a
protein
powder?
powder?
A health powder.
Okay. Health powder.
But it was a health powder, and it was a health powder for like beauty and stuff, right?
Oh.
But here's the deal.
Yes.
What not to do on social media ads. I swear. So this video, and it's short, but in this video, first of all, there's a close up of the arms, the forearm and the hands. And it's a woman's forearm and hands, right? Mm-hmm. And they're opening up this jar of powder.
Beauty powder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like a collagen kind of powder.
Okay.
You mix it in your smoothies. Okay.
Delicious.
But the thing was that, and listen, we all have hair on our arms, but this, no, but this woman, had extraordinarily a lot of hair, and it was black hair, jet black hair, but it was a lot. Like it was noticeable. Like I was like, oh, okay, well, must be Italian or some awesome. But here's the kicker.
Yes.
It's your hands, right? So she's opening this thing and she's moving the thing. Her nails are they're short. They're painted with like a dark or black nail polish. And get this, the nail polish is all, when you chew your nails or you chip, you sit there and you tweak on your nail polish and you chip it off.
Yeah.
Every nail, every nail had the nail polish chipped off. So there was like the comments.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, that was the most entertaining 10 minutes I spent on social media. I just sat there and read the comments, and they were some of the funniest comments I've ever heard. Now, I know that person or company spent a lot of money on that video ad. But what did they do wrong, Bridget Brady, social media guru? What did they do wrong?
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious. But first, I want to say to whoever, if you're listening and you had the hairy arms and the nail polish, we're not making fun of you.
We are not making fun of you at all.
We're not making fun of you. Oh, honestly. And this is an interesting phenomenon that happens online and social media, and this is a whole different conversation that is not about this show is not about, but people will say online and on social media things they would never say to someone's face. And so I just my heart goes out to the probably very nice woman with chipped nail polish. But that said,
you might not want to go on camera with a close up on your hands when you have the chipped nail polish. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you always have to be thinking about your brand. I mean, every single thing. So when I coach my team, when I do social media for my clients, when I talk to other people and do trainings, I tell people that every single thing you post must be congruent with your brand and relevant to your audience.
Say that again, please.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you. It is. Everything you post must be congruent with your brand and relevant to your audience. So the thing that they did wrong, here's what's funny. The thing they did wrong is not having someone with a lot of hair on their arms and chipped nail polish do their ad. If their ad was for something that was a hair waxing and get healthy nails. The problem is a collagen beauty product is not congruent with black chipped nail polish. Right. That's the problem.
Right.
So
exactly.
There you go. There's my there's my 2 cents. And can I share like a really funny little anecdote about that? Okay.
Yes.
So this was years and years ago. I had a client who wanted to do tutoring for children. And she was trying to get out of being a full-time teacher, and she wanted to do tutoring for children. And I was starting to work with her and doing social media posts, and everything we put out was like beautiful and loving and kind and kid-friendly and fabulous. Until one morning I wake up and on her social media, there was a post of her the night before, and she had gone out with her friends and she participated in a wet t-shirt contest.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Now here's the thing.
Nothing wrong with participating in a wet t-shirt contest.
Right. Again, we come back to congruent with your brand. She took in one drunken night with her friends. And again, do whatever, she can do whatever she wants, but you can't post it on social media. There's another social media expert, Murray Smith, says that you never post anything on social media that you would not feel comfortable having on the front page of the New York Times.
Right on.
Right on, right?
Yeah, right.
Because how long do things live on social media?
Forever.
They live there forever. So the anecdote there is, outside of chipped nail polish, is if you are trying to build a business working with children, chances are, don't post your pictures at strip clubs, bars, and wet t-shirt contests.
Yeah.
This is why I'm a social media guru. Sage advice. So
for our listeners who are just now tuning in, shame on you. You should have been here at the beginning. You're going to have to listen to the show from the very beginning. My guest in studio is Bridget Brady, and she has an amazing company that she runs. It's called Amp Up My Biz. and you can find out more at ampupmybiz.com. She is an entrepreneur, speaker, social media guru, and #1 international best-selling author. And we are talking about all things social media. And since I have you here,
Yes.
and you're trapped, I would love for you to give to our listeners, just if you can, maybe some easy peasy little tips or tricks. So if they have, a business, if they're whatever it is, if they are someone has a small business, who's working for an organization or company, and they need to do the social media, they're thrown into that position, or they're a real estate agent or whatever, an author, if you don't mind, some free tips and tricks on how to improve, get more engagement out of their social media, the posts that they do,
Yep.
and possibly, why not, get better business results.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing I would say is be consistent. So you want to think about social media like going to the gym. If you went to the gym once a year for 24 hours, or you went to the gym 3 times a week over the course of a year, what would give you better results? Obviously, 3 times a week. It's a trick question.
Yes.
So #1 is you must be consistent. I see this time and time again. People kind of blow all of their content at the beginning, and they're posting 7 days a week, and they're doing stories and videos and Facebook Lives. And after a month of that, they're tired, and then they stop. So you are much better off figuring out what is a realistic social media posting strategy for yourself. And if that's, 2 or 3 posts a week, 3 or 4 posts a week, and then do that week after week, day after day, right? Month after month, year after year. That's what's going to get you results. Now, of course, in an ideal world, absolutely you'd be putting out posts every day, but that's not realistic for everyone.
Correct.
And so you have to be realistic. So that's #1 is be really consistent. I would say #2 is graphics and videos are your friends. We have seen it's something ridiculous now. It's like in the 90% of engagement goes to videos and photos or graphics. So if you are just posting words, no one's reading. First of all, no one's seeing it.
Right.
Because social media is just, they do something called shadow banning, which is their algorithm decides what to show and what not to show on social media.
Right.
So 1, no one's even seeing it, and 2, you're not going to get any engagement. On that note, because this is actually a pretty relatively new change, almost all of the social media platforms changed their algorithm in January.
Yes.
I know, fancy words. Changed their algorithm in January of 2018. And they no longer favor posts with links. Okay, so just come with me. Get out your piece of paper and your pen, and I'm going to help you with your engagement so much right now.
In certain social media, there are no links. Like with Instagram,
there are no links.
You can't put a link.
Correct, except for in your story. If you
Right,
have a
and your
certain
bio.
kind of account in your bio. In your bio, you can. If you
So you're saying this is applying
Facebook, Twitter.
Gotcha.
Okay, LinkedIn.
So they don't favor so much that because it takes people out
it takes people away.
from
But
their
yes,
honey
although
pot.
yes, although we're going to talk about that in a
Selfish
second
little
too.
Facebook.
Selfish.
Yeah.
But the rule of thumb is 30% or less of your posts should contain links.
Correct.
Because Facebook, Twitter, all the different all the big boys in social media, they have an algorithm and they look at your posts. And if every single one of your posts has a link in it that takes you somewhere else,
They're going to start ignoring you.
they will start shadow banning your posts.
Gotcha.
So that's a big one. And then I feel like there's a third one that was so good. I don't remember what it is.
That shadow thing gotcha, didn't it?
It did. I got really excited that I knew what shadow banning was. Links. Okay. I remembered it.
Yes.
So this is also this is the big overriding goal for you as a business owner in social media that is tricky to do but you can do it right. The goal of social media for a business owner is to get people off of social media.
Exactly.
Exactly. So all these things are true. Be consistent with your posts, congruent with your brand, relevant to your audience. Use videos, use photos.
Don't have chipped nail polish.
Go live. Don't have chipped nail polish, which I do not.
Yes.
Don't have chipped nail polish. Only 30% or less of your posts should have links in them. But ultimately, you want to drive people you want to take people out of the world of social media and bring them into your world. You just have to be really smart and strategic, and then you can do it.
And bringing them into your world, meaning your website,
your videos, your platforms,
your podcast
offers, your podcast. Right. It doesn't always have to be your website, but.
And how do you get those people to your website and podcast and all that stuff?
All right. So the rule here is give before you ask, right? So here's the golden rule, and it sounds so simple, but it works. So you must, again, like I like to talk about percentages, so it's actionable. 10 to 25% of your posts absolutely can be buy my stuff, come to my website, come to my podcast.
Right.
But somewhere between 75 and 90% of your posts need to be pure value add.
Give them something good. Give them a tip.
Yes.
Give them knowledge. Give them information that they didn't normally have.
Yes. And that can come in the form of articles, videos,
or just say,
blogs,
have a lovely day.
Memes. Right. You want to just be.
They don't want you to be. That's the biggest thing, man. Yeah. Man. I'm like, man,
yeah,
dude.
Man. Come on, man.
Totally. No, that's like one of the biggest pet peeves I have. And I'll tell you, there's been some very clever, beautifully done social media, folks that I follow. And I'm going to tell you something. I go and I unfollow them after a while when every single bloody post is buy this, buy that, come see me. After a while I go, you know what? No, because you're just a commercial. You're a 24-hour commercial. I understand the whole game because I'm playing it too.
We're all playing it.
But give me something of value, like you said. Give me something to ha-ha about, chuckle.
Right, and it can be entertainment, education, information, personal tidbits. Like, allow yourself to be, again, you got to remember
educate me.
Right. And you have to remember all the congruent with your brand stuff and the don't post anything that wouldn't be on the front page of the New York Times. But allow yourself to be personal on social media. Allow yourself to be a human.
Real,
authentic. And again, just give. And like you said, tips, how-tos, these little rules. I put this out on my social media all day long about the 30% rule of links and the 75-25% rule. And I'm just giving it away for free all day long. And then in that 10 to 25%, I get to say, buy my stuff. Do you want more of this?
Right.
Come to my class or hire me as a social media manager.
You give them an offer.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of,
what an
before we came on the air, you said you wanted to give an offer to our listeners.
I did. So I felt so lucky to meet Christine. And when we were talking about this interview, she said, well, what might you have? What kind of classes or how might people get involved with you? And I said, well, I have this amazing class called the Ultimate Social Media Success Program. And it is actually 7 hours of content.
Wow.
It is. But here's the thing, because it takes you soup to nuts on social media. It literally goes over every single platform, all the strategies, all the tips, all the rules. There's so many little rules that if you follow them, like the exact perfect graphic size for Facebook versus Twitter versus LinkedIn, if you follow the rules, your success will skyrocket.
So this is a 7-hour course
broken down into 1 hour.
But it's
tidbits.
So it's not just applicable to Facebook or Instagram. It's many.
Every platform. We also talk about.
And we say every platform for those people who don't know.
I'm so sorry.
What are some of those platforms? Would you say?
I call them they're the big boys of social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, and LinkedIn.
You give stuff on YouTube?
Oh. super gold nugget value, ridiculous secret
Oh.
ninja secrets.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
We got to talk, or I have to take this course.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and there's also a bonus hour in there that is all about critical elements for your website.
Oh.
Where we talk about opt-in pages and
That's so
content.
important. Your
It is
website is so
So important.
so important because
Yes.
you're spending all this money and time and energy driving people to your website through the social media, through all your posts and all your clever little anecdotes and blah 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 blah. Then when they get to your website, that's another thing.
Yes.
I've had it where, oh my goodness, this sounds really good. This sounds interesting. The fish with the hook.
Yeah.
You got me. And then I go to the website, and I'm like, "Wah, wah, wah." It looks like it was done in 1995.
Yeah.
I don't know who did it, but it's really bad.
Yeah. Well, and being this is just old Wall Street talking. I love statistics. 60% of buying decisions today are made based on your website and your social media. 60%. Over half of your clients and your customers are deciding to utilize you or not utilize you based on what they see online.
Right.
It's huge. Okay,
so you were saying.
Yes, I'm sorry. I get so excited.
You wanted to
share
offer
things.
this to our listeners.
I do. So the class is normally $1,000, which is a bargain, honestly.
It's $997.
It's $997 for 7 incredible hours of content that will, I promise you, will change the way you do business online. But I have an offer for you, for Christine's listeners, because I love her and she's awesome. So just for you, you can get the entire course, soup to nuts, social media, and the bonus website session, not for $997, but for $497.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So again, change your business, change your life. $500. I mean, it's ridiculous.
And if you are a small business owner, entrepreneur, it doesn't matter who you, if you are an independent contractor even, then you can use this. This is a resource. This is a business resource. So you can also use this. You can use this as an expense on your taxes because this is money that is going into your business in order to get more clients, in order to get more customers. So that's a very, very cool deal. So instead of $997, it's $497. So it's basically slashed in half.
Yep.
It's the ultimate social media success course. And it's not just the social media. So it's not just, you're going to learn all of the tips and tricks on how to get the most out of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn.
Twitter, yes.
And then the bonus, which I think is really, that's worth the almost $497 itself. The bonus material on the website, like how to make your website.
It's the critical elements that must be included on your website.
Does that include any of the search stuff? Any any tips on how to either build the site or not just the content of the site?
Yes.
In other words,
So we do talk a little bit about SEO, search engine optimization.
SEO.
SEO. I use all the fancy words,
SEO.
Christine.
Yes.
We do talk a little bit about SEO, which is search engine optimization for your website, which is on-page SEO. And then, honestly, we talk a little bit about SEO when it comes to social media, because the more links or backlinks you have out in the world talking about your business, your name, your brand, your company's name, the higher and higher you go in the Google search rankings.
And that's
so it all
in
works
this
together.
package.
Yes, we talk about that as well.
Okay, so where do people go to get the ultimate social media success package for half the price?
For half the price, you go to ampupmybiz.com/Christine.
That's very easy to remember, especially for me. Okay, so it's ampupmybiz.com/Christine.
Easy breezy.
Easy breezy. ampupmybiz.com/Christine. Okay, we'll throw that web address out again. So people, if you missed it, we're going to throw that out again a little bit later in the show.
It's very comprehensive.
And you
but
do. Okay, so you do exercises in it too.
Yeah, we do exercises so that you are actually, it's not and I, again, when you take the course, you'll see this. You'll see that I honor my promise. It is not me vomiting information on you for 7 hours. It's little pieces of actionable information.
So then you can stop the thing and you can go,
Yes.
okay, now go to your Instagram page, your business Instagram page,
Yes.
and do this.
Yes, and you
That's
do
what
the
I need,
exercise, and then you
Bridget.
build up over time. And
Yeah, I need that. I need you to go
You
do
can have
this
it.
and do. That's why I like YouTube, because
oh yeah, YouTube. There's some good. I mean,
first
Ninja,
click on this,
Ninja.
open your settings,
Yeah.
do this, and I'm like, hold on, I gotta pause it. Hold on, let me do.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm really proud of it.
I love that. This is a great option for that, to get the Ultimate Social Media Success course, 7 hours. And instead of close to $1,000, she's offering it to you for a discounted rate of $497. So it's under $500. And again, once you take care of that and do that, I highly recommend using it towards your business expenses. So at the end of the year, you can use that as an expense, as it's an educational expense.
Oh, yeah.
That's really, really important for your business. And it's ampupmybiz with it, biz.com/Christine. You have to put the /Christine or else you don't get the deal. Now, if you want to go to her website, ampupmybiz.com, and pay the full close to $1,000, go right ahead. You are more than welcome to.
You're welcome to do that.
You're welcome to do that. But if you want to save yourself if you want to save yourself $500, you'll do the /Christine, and you'll thank me later. Okay. So getting back to this, what would you say is, I know we talked about some of the relatively obvious mistakes that people do on social media, but what can you tell our listeners are things that they absolutely must not do, other than going into a wet t-shirt contest and posting it on their child tutoring social media page?
Yes. So there's a couple things. One is always focusing on the out as opposed to engaging with people. So people might get pretty good at putting out content, putting out. But something that you should also be doing, I hate the word should, blech, something that is in your highest benefit is to engage with your audience. So when someone likes your post or makes a comment, always comment back to them. I don't care if their comment is great stuff or, oh, I like this. Take the time, or have your social media manager take the time to respond to that comment and say, oh, I'm so glad you like this. I really appreciate that. So that's one, again, not always out, allowing people in and allowing the conversation to be. And then the rest of that conversation is, it can't only be about your page and your social media. Find where other conversations are happening. Go to other people's pages that are, again, like congruent with your brand and your business. Offer your expertise. Offer your knowledge in other places on social media. And here's what doesn't get shadow banned: your link in your comment. So you do not.
Oh, wait, say that again. Say that again, Bridget Brady,
here's
the
what does
social media guru.
Thank you. I love it. I love when
Yes.
you say that. So here's what does not get shadow banned. If you go to someone else's conversation or someone else's page, and I want to be really clear here, you offer value. You are not just putting
Don't
your
spam your
Don't-
link on
do
there.
not spam your link on people's
I
pages.
hate that too.
It's ridiculous.
I'll delete it.
Yeah. Oh, so will I.
Yeah.
So do not spam your link. However, if you go to a conversation and someone asks a question, in my realm, if someone was asking a question about online marketing, I could go in, fully answer the question, give. And if you want to know more, come to ampupmybiz.com.
Boom.
And it's fair. It's a fair exchange
Yes.
of knowledge for promotion.
Yes.
So don't spam people ever. Oh my gosh. And don't do that thing where you post and you tag like 50,000 people on your post to show up on their pages. It's
Okay, that is
it's
a real big
ridiculous.
pet peeve, and I'm not going to name names. I won't name names.
I know you want to so badly. I can see it on your face.
No, but it's like every single time. It's like, oh, there's my, because I pay, I go, oh, somebody tagged me in this, post thing. And and it's just an ad for something that they want to promote for people. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm involved in a project or you got I'm in a picture,
Yeah.
then okay, I understand that. But
Right.
no, 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 no.
Absolutely.
That's like knocking at my door at my house. I ain't answering it.
Right. Oh, and so the other thing I was thinking about don'ts is when you are putting out, so you know what a meme is?
Yes.
Okay, so for anyone who possibly doesn't know what a meme is, it's essentially a graphic with text on said graphic. A lot of times it's funny or it's inspirational or it can be educational. So when you're putting out memes, and it's not to say that you can never just share someone else's meme, but when you are putting out memes, my Lord, please brand them. Do not put out your tips, your knowledge, your expertise, your inspiration, your funny.
That's something I gotta do.
Yes, on memes, it should have
Because they're brilliant.
They're
I mean,
brilliant.
some people's meme they're
Oh my
amazing,
gosh.
and
They're amazing and they get shared. This is what I love about memes. My whole team, we create tons and tons of beautiful graphic memes for our clients. And every single one, it must have your logo, 100% for sure. Stick your logo on that bad boy. And then either or, and or your website and or your social media handle. Because if you put that out, so there's two things. One, you don't then have to put your link to your website in your post. So your post
Yeah.
doesn't take the hit for having a link in it, but your meme has your website
I just
on
figured
it.
that out.
Okay.
Like last night at 1:00 in the morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I put a graphic out and I go, oh, I could put my website on there.
You can put your website on there. So the
Which
big
is ChristineBlasdale.com, by the way. ChristineBlasdale.com. Okay, go ahead.
So the don't is, yes, share your genius all day long. Do not share your genius without your branding. Bam. Drop the mic, except it's attached, so
Yes.
I can't drop
Okay,
it.
so if you share whatever you're sharing, if it's a cool, awesome thing, make sure that it's branded, it's stamped with you. So either your website or your logo. Some people don't have a logo. They're just they're just like Susie,
Right.
Smith consulting services.
Right.
So it should have a logo. It should say SusieSmithConsultingServices.com.
.com and or, at Susie Smith Consulting, your handle,
The handle.
your social media handle.
That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, because then they'll follow you.
Because then they'll follow you. Then
Right.
they can find you because memes are so shareable. So the attention span in general, but on social media is like half a second.
Yes.
But a meme, this is why they're so powerful. It's a powerful image with powerful copy. And so it's so like people, they get hit by it and then they share it.
Yes.
And if they're sharing your content without your branding, you have wasted an
Yes.
opportunity.
Oh, I got so many questions to ask you, and we only have like 8 minutes. Okay. Social media guru that you
Yes.
are, Bridget Brady.
Yes.
Can you give our listeners some? This is just free advice. What are some awesome apps for people if they want to have amazing content on their social media and they want to get those eyeballs coming back to their website? What are some good apps?
Yes. So I'm going to throw some things out there. A lot of these, if you know them, forgive me. But really easy, create your own graphic. It's not even necessarily an app, but a program is Canva.
Love Canva.
Yeah, canva.com. Really easy way to create graphics. Honestly, I have a video editor, but when I want to edit my own videos, I do it in iMovie. It is so easy.
iMovie?
If you
Is it on your phone?
no, it's on my Mac. It's on my
Oh, you little Mac.
I know.
Okay.
I love it. Okay,
I'm a
iMovie.
PC person, but my phone is iPhone.
Yes.
So iMovie.
iMovie.
Okay.
A great platform to create super simple videos is it's so funny. It's called Videos. And you're going to have to Google this, my friends.
How do you
because-
spell it? 'Cause
Well, that's a good question. So it's like, okay, I'm going to guess and then you're going to comment in at how wrong I was later.
Do you want me to check
It's like
it?
VIDDYOZE. Like it's VIDDYOZE, like videos.com.
Okay.
It's like $67 once. And then you have way to create like fun little like videos.
And it's all geared toward social media.
All geared, towards social media and web stuff.
Okay.
Oh, another one that is an app on your phone is called Ripple.
I love, yeah.
I
It's
know,
so easy.
It's so easy. RIPL.
RIPL.
Yes. So, and that's an app on your phone.
And that's
So,
free.
free.
But if you upgrade, and it's only a couple, it's like nothing.
it's
If
not-
you
yeah.
upgrade, it's really good because if you upgrade, then you can actually have a choice of some music and different things.
Oh,
What
my
about
head.
I just found Headliner.
Oh.
You don't know about Headliner?
Oh my gosh. You now are the social media
No,
guru.
I'm not at all.
I'm writing this down.
Headliner. Okay, so this is so cool. Okay, so I do a podcast, right? Hello, you're listening to the
Hi,
podcast.
welcome.
All right.
Christine Blasdale.
Yeah. Okay, so I do podcast. So I have audio.
Yes.
It's an audio file.
Yeah.
So what Headliner does, this is so brilliant. It's free. It's on the internet. You don't use it on your phone. You got to use it on a desktop.
Great.
You open this thing up. You pull up your audio. And let's say I have an hour-long show. I could take that hour-long show if I wanted to. And it has like a graphic where it looks like somebody speaking, you know, the audio wave. And it's on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you have a picture. Let's say you have a picture of your person you're talking to. So you have your image.
Yeah.
And then it's got that little graph of what, you know, looks like when you're speaking, the different levels. It's got little format buttons. Basically, I can say I want this to be on Instagram, and it immediately it shrinks the amount of time that is appropriate for Instagram, which is like 60 seconds or 30 seconds, whatever it is.
60.
Then you say, oh, I want to do this on Facebook, and then it opens to just that. But here's the kicker.
Yeah.
It takes the audio, and it transcribes it. So you have your person that you're interviewing. I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do this to you for the to promote this.
I am so excited for this.
So it has the person talking.
Yes.
Let's say somebody just said the most amazing thing. Well, there's their image, and you should have your logo on it, right? And you see the speech, the wave patterns of the sound, and then right below, it's transcribing every single thing that they say. And then you save it, and you shoot it up on your thing, and it looks like you're a big hotty-toddy studio person.
Christine, you've changed my life
Well, that's what I do.
just now.
That's what I do.
How did I not? Well,
Headliner.
yeah. How did I not know about this? How I didn't
'cause
know
there's
about
a
this? There's like
gazillion-
gazillion programs.
Exactly.
Everywhere. And then really, really quick, I also want to mention, just in terms of apps and programs, there are so many of these, and I actually don't personally endorse any of them, but social media post schedulers, the one that I use in my company is prohibitively expensive and proprietary to social media managers. But for humans that do not want to spend thousands of dollars a month on scheduling, there's Hootsuite.
Yes.
Buffer is a good one. Social Oomph is nice.
Social Oomph.
Yeah. Social OOMPH is nice. That's a nice one.
Now, with the scheduler, what?
Yes. So what that is that you can schedule your posts ahead of time so that you don't personally, like let's say you're going to put 5 posts a week out, but you don't necessarily want to spend, 45 minutes a day over 5 days.
Because you're going to the Bahamas, or you're going,
yeah,
you're going to be with family or whatever. So you schedule these.
You schedule them ahead of time. You can add your graphics. You can add your videos.
You still have to do all your hashtaggies.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about hashtags.
We have time for hashtags.
We
really quick.
Okay, really quick. So hashtags. If everyone knows what a hashtag is, but it essentially turns any word into a keyword. So what you want to do is here are best practices. I hope you have your pen and paper out. On almost every single platform except for Instagram, the current best practice, 2008, October, is
2018.
2018. What year is this?
You said 2008.
How old am I?
I don't know.
2018.
The current thing.
The current thing
Yes.
is 2 to 3 hashtags per post for
What?
Yes. Just hear me out, Christine.
On
before you
Instagram?
No, not on Instagram.
On Facebook.
On Facebook,
2 to
Twitter,
3.
LinkedIn.
Okay.
2 to 3.
Gotcha.
And on Instagram, here's the kicker, friends. You want 15 to 30 hashtags.
Correct.
The max is 30. You want 15 to 30, but you can't use the same ones over and over and over. And you have to also rotate. So like one day you do 18, and the next day you do 20, and the next day you do 30, and the next day you do 15, and the
Why?
next day you do
Why
26.
do you say that? Why?
Because the Instagram algorithm determines that is more organic and that you're not trying to fool them. You are actually thinking about your hashtags.
that is worth the weight in gold. That was worth the whole interview. Bridget Brady.
There it is, the whole thing.
Bridget Brady. That is really, really good. And I'll tell you something. Don't go over the max and post your thing, because you know what happens?
Well, it doesn't
This happened the other day.
Yeah.
I had the most brilliant, beautiful post for Instagram. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was perfect. I worked on it for like half an hour.
Oh.
I put all the hashtags. Apparently, I put maybe too many hashtags.
Yeah, you put like 32 instead of 30.
32. So I go and I hit post.
No.
And the picture posts, but there's not one thing. There's nothing in the caption. That beautiful caption that I wrote was like a novel. It was like something. It was gorgeous. That was gone, and all the hashtags were gone. So I had to delete it because it's just a picture at that point.
Right.
And then I had to start all over again. And the second one wasn't as good as the first one. Yeah. So note to self. Also, when you have a lot of hashtags and you're not taking the time to count them, copy and copy your text.
Yes.
And save it, whatever, on a notepad or paste it onto an email or message yourself or whatever. But copy it, and because if you post it and you went over, you're toast.
And if you want to get serious about this, create yourself a little swipe file. This is what we do for our clients. Create yourself a little swipe file of 15 hashtags, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, all the way up to 30. Put a little note. This is our inspirational hashtags. These are our video hashtags.
That'll save you a lot of time.
And then just grab them and paste them. Grab them and paste them. And it looks so organic to the algorithm. Little do they know, you planned it.
That's awesome, Bridget Brady.
Thanks, Christine Blasdale.
We're out of time.
Man, how's that possible? Okay.
I know. So let's tell people again how to find you. Of course, they can go to your website, which is
ampupmybiz.com, ampupmybiz.com.
And yes.
And I would like to let you know, although we're going to tell you about the class again in a second, on my website, on the homepage, for free, 100% free, you can get my 7 simple strategies to brand yourself, build your business, and bank more profits. They're real tips. It's not BS. It's not like a fluff one-page
Love that.
BS thing. It's real. So you can get that for free. And
you're offering our listeners, this is just for Out of the Box with Christine listeners only. This is the program. It is normally it's a $1,000 program, the ultimate social media success video course, 7 hours of just what you've heard just now. This was just nothing. This is just little tiny bits and pieces. But this is 7 hours of solid information for your social media success, and also an additional goodie she's thrown in there on how to maximize your website.
Yes.
And to develop your website for success. That is not $1,000. It is $497, but you have to use the keyword Christine at the end of the URL. So it's ampupmybiz.com/Christine. If you do not do /Christine, you will just have to pay the $1,000, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But if you want to save yourself $500, make sure you do /Christine, and you can use that $500 on something else, like going out to dinner or buying ads, if you like, as well on social media. Bridget Brady, I want to thank you so very much for being with me today, being with our listeners today, and giving us just a little bit of your knowledge. Can we have you back on? Because I'm sure that I'm going to have more questions as I go down this course of
let me think about
human
that.
history.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Thank you. You're amazing. This has been awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to the listeners for tuning in. And I want to make sure that we get that website out again. It's ampupmybiz.com/Christine if you want to grab the ultimate social media success course, again, for half off. And again, thank you so very much. And listeners, I want to remind you, as always, you can take the YouTube video of this show and share it on social media, because it's easy to do.
Yes.
And also you can subscribe to this podcast so you don't ever miss an episode. It's available on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Podbean, everywhere else. that you can imagine. It's available, and if you subscribe to it, then you'll never miss an episode. So please do that. And until next time, I want to always remind you to think outside of the box. Bye for now.